Hey, what are we doing back in Environmental Station Alpha? Wasn't this game completed the last time? And indeed, it was. I got the ending, I beat the final boss, got 100% of the collectibles. Okay, it says 99% there, but I don't know where that last percent is. I should have gotten 100%. But let me tell you, I have 45 hours in this game. And that is not from the 4 or 5 hours that it takes to beat this game. Oh, there's so much more beneath the surface that the game tries to hide from you. Not super well. The rough map obviously plays its hand a little bit with the sort of areas that I clearly haven't explored yet. And if you play the game normally, you're bound to kind of happen upon some unusual things. But honestly, really, the most interesting part about Environmental Station Alpha is the fact that it's much deeper than you'd think it would be. It's like for a game that, you know, a Metroid-style game, obviously you're going to have a lot of secrets, but usually not in this style. So, I'm going to say this. This is... I might have liked the game before, but this is when I really start liking the game. First thing up here, all the way in, the first episode or so? Back when I got the hook shot, good times, good times. Right over here, you might remember this section. I didn't happen to go down here before, but... Yeah. I guess I never actually looked at that, did I? I never happened to go down here before, but now with the dash, I can finally read what this computer has to say. Yep, we getting right in there. Now, sun, moon, and stars. Well, the sun and the stars are both stars. So, just look for that. Oh, don't worry, it'll make a lot more sense soon. And if you also remember this, there's a couple gold blocks up here. Leading to a big skull room. Oh, thank God. I was worried that there might be something to see here. Yes, this is Boss Rush over here. And one of the really nice things that this game does is when you look at that other computer, it tells you, no, there's no extra secrets in here. It's literally just Boss Rush. So that wasn't entirely necessary to show off, especially because it kind of spoils the fact that there's going to be a few more bosses. But since I'm here, I might as well look at it. Ah, yes. 45 hours. Let me tell you, it really is a huge journey to getting through the secrets of this game. And I tried... I mean, I might not have played this game on camera blind, but I did play it myself blind. And it took, well, taking a lot of notes, deciphering a lot of code, figuring out just, let's just say, a lot of things. And, of course, wandering around the station over and over until I managed to find each one of these. Thankfully, as part of, you know, not doing this blind, you don't have to see the horrible, horrible experience that it would be trying to look at some of this stuff from scratch. Because there are some real... The mysteries in here are not just, you know, Zelda-style puzzles where you're just supposed to, say... light a torch and open a door. No, there's some actual riddling in here. I mean, I'm sure as you the sun, moon, and stars puzzle has already kind of hinted at. Of course, much like I was saying before, there is the little, down in the Goliath jelly area, there are the gold blocks, and that's going to be one of the first big things to check out. And obviously the other thing down here, the red blocks on the side, still completely unable to get in there. I hate these things. Still completely unable to get it in there because, you know, can't dash underwater. So, unfortunately, that's going to have to stay hidden for the time being. More and more hints at stuff. But, of course, the fact that there's a switch there tells you I'm clearly in the right place. And yes, was that the reason why I went and looked at the Sun, Moon, and Stars puzzle? You know it. Gaze up without moving. And there you go. Yep, I was able to figure out the puzzle for that one pretty quickly. Not too bad at all. Or not you, I mean you. Yep, it's gonna Yeah, I mean, I was talking about how, oh, hey, the fact that you didn't really use the turning on and off power-ups too much, or stuff like turning off the key card all that much. Oh, suddenly that's coming into play now. Well, be prepared, because it's only going to be more from here. All right. This is a pretty tough section. I mean, not only do you get this unique track, but also a jump arena. Not quite Celeste style, but knowing that if I make even one mistake, I'm dead, it's a little stressful. And there it is. Oh boy, if I lose one more time, this will be probably a little bit of post-commentary, because this is not the easiest part of the game, certainly. And right up here. Yeah, there are obviously some points where I probably should be using the hook shot, but I don't need it just yet. And okay. Obviously, you absolutely require the X dash to be able to do this. If you don't have it, you can't. Ow! Why are there robots down here? And this guy. Yeah, if you don't have the X dash, you cannot do this. Nothing doing. Also, needless to say, having the overcharge module, pretty great. All right, there's that done at least. And first section complete. Yeah, if you see that up there. There we go. Now, what is this room? I mean, it's obviously the Mega Sad room, but what does that mean? What even is this? I honestly don't know. I think it's just some weird Easter egg, maybe like a reference to something. But if this is part of like the like meta puzzle and everything like that, I do not know. Oh yes, and also Mega Sad's dialogue here about that. I have tried like pausing the video and like looking at it frame by frame. It doesn't appear to be anything. All right, well, yeah, that's interesting, but that was close. And I went directly into the spikes. Okay. Oh man, that's hope you enjoyed that little bit of post commentary there, because God, I hate that. All right, anywho, that's like a little area to drop right down to the sun, moon, and stars. Well, at least the initial room. However, the real thing here is this teleporter, and also this computer right over here. Hi, computer, what up? Yep. And this is not the first place that I encountered this. Oh, I'll let you know when I encountered this for the first time. However, enjoy the mystery for the time being. This will be coming up a lot later. You can see the station in the background on some sort of verdant planet. Apparently some people got here, too, considering there are some bones around. But of course, that's not what I'm here for. This is. All right, and I won't show the entirety of the credits just because. Well, I've oh hey, that is 100% now. Cool. I won't show the entirety of the credits just because you saw that last time. Much better ending. And I mean, it's like that, as good as that is and everything. We're still not done yet. Let's go. Oh, there's still so much more left to do. You don't even know. And probably the most unfortunate thing is that I am going to have to go through that, 2 more times? Cool. I mean, hey, it's not really the best ending in the sense that eventually, maybe like millennia later, the guy will eventually get out. But for right now, I'm pretty satisfied with at least not, killing everybody. Not shooting the bearded scientist at the end of the previous ending that I got. Oh yeah, I got the X dash, so why not just go right up here? Alright, so that's one more. But, I mean, the fact that there was mysterious language there and everything kind of speaks to just how much more we got to go. And you remember, of course, how I talked about there being, say, a couple of things in the notes that I was lying about. Well, first off, there's this guy right here. What's his deal? I honestly have no idea. He's got a save point, so I guess he's doing okay. Alright. The real meat of this area, though, is this. 4 locked gates, eh? And on this screen, it's listed as nowhere. Mysterious, certainly. Oh, but don't worry, thanks to the fact that I'm actually just right next to the diskette room, we can shed a little bit of light on... What are you, George Mellons? What if I just typed in... No. S brings up the map, so... That's just why that came up. I just typed it into the... just in a fit of pique, I typed it into the keyboard, and that was nothing. So, no point. All right. So, 4 pillars. Look at the page on the right. Mm-hmm. And then those pink X's are said pillars. And the other things are something else, which we'll be looking at soon enough. Especially that teleporter there, which I'm really looking forward to. But okay, so I'm going to be going for each one of these 4 pillars, and you're supposed to be matching these up to places on the actual map. Thankfully, I have a bunch of notes already written down as to where those actually are. Plus, I remember them pretty well, because the pillars are not... The pillar activations are not tremendously difficult to find on your own. Thankfully. It's like, even without the notes there, the notes were useful for what? I think just one of the pillars, but everything else, if you, let's just say, poke around enough, you're eventually going to find them. I mean, just the fact that each part of the map can be filled out should be a very blatant clue as to where some of the pillars are, for example. Not every single one of them, but you'll find more than a few just like trying to figure out how to get into those mysterious sectors. Alright, right over here. Not what I'm looking for. However... everybody get out of here. I mean, that's the one thing that the plasma shield really excels at, making sure that you can't even get hurt by those guys. Anyway, this isn't even where I want to go. I want to go down to the Queen Beetle area, because that's where the next of the many secrets left are here to behold. 4 pillars. You might be wondering, where are those pillars? Well, it's actually easier than you might think. There was a reason why I didn't go left immediately on trying to get the second ending. Yep. Mysterious one of those characters up there. Saw one of like the corpses of a mysterious beast back in one of the secret area in the... There we are. Saw one of those corpses, a very similar type of corpse back in the secret area of the volcano place. And now here's another one here. Can't even quite tell what it is, but... I mean, hell, can I get to it? This is something I never actually tried. Yeah, it kind of looks like this area right here might be something. No, anything? Nope, I guess not. Well, okay, if there's any secret about that, I don't know. Or maybe it's, I just assume that much like the one down in the volcano area, it's just a little bit of set dressing, just a little bit of mystery to be had, and it's not actually something for the time being. Looks very similar to like the robed guardian boss in the temple area. Well, regardless, that's one down and several more to go. I do remember where a decent amount of these are. Ah, that was close. I do remember where a decent amount of these are just because... Oh, is this the... I don't think this is the specific one for... No. Yeah, that's not the one specifically to go to the mysterious other corpse. Otherwise, I would have taken a gander at it. Eyes. And yeah, the fact that mysterious computer had an eye as its, I don't know, avatar or something when it was talking should be kind of a tip-off. I mean, the fact that the virus seems to have a very clear eye on it as well seems to be saying something, but... Well, as much as I know, for the 40 hours that I played this game, there's still quite a few secrets around here. Also stuff like, you know, the eye being the symbol on this computer here, everything like that. There's nothing over here, right? No. No, but you may have also seen this one. For example, that Geemer going right into this area here. I would say if there is one pillar unlock that you're going to find, it's probably going to be this one. Also, yeah, you like the fact that this is the only other secret that requires you to have the the green blocks from the underwater dome active or in an unactive state. It's some good stuff. Get a very confusing reuse of that there. But of course, one of the things that you're going to notice in some of the secret areas is a little bit of the reuse of assets that otherwise didn't really appear much of, well, anywhere otherwise. Or, for example, just in a single place like that did. Now, I do actually need to look at my notes here to figure out where the other pillars are. Whew, boy. Oh, yes, that one, of course. And, okay, yes. Now I remember where both the other ones are. It takes me back to when I was playing La Mulana so long ago. Trying to... you know, had like a little notebook full of every single one of the secret things that were written down. Yeah. Right there. Yeah, and then I was just able to kind of refer to that over time. Environmental Station Alpha is very much similar, except it went to such great length. It's even giving you 100% if you were... like astute, but didn't quite figure out, say, the pillar unlocks and everything. Although the fact that there was the coded computer in that area with the alternate ending should be a really huge tip-off that there's so much more to the game. I genuinely really like it. I mean, I've always been a huge fan of like a bunch of secrets and weird stuff in games. And it's like the fact that they really try to... the thing I think I like more about Environmental Station Alpha compared to a lot of other games that do this similar sort of thing is the fact that they really don't expect you. Like, usually when you get a bunch of secrets like this, for example in Hollow Knight or whatever, it's like there's say, achievements or there's, you know, hints, characters talk about stuff. A lot of ways to very easily, like, figure it out. Even stuff like the pause screen showing that you're only at 50% completion or something like that. Oh, yes, I do want to go up here before I do that. Whereas Environmental Station Alpha, as simple as some of this stuff is to find, a lot of this stuff is very well hidden. I really think it's very cool. You know, if I'm right, I just need to... Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll just jump right down here. Oh, yes, and then there's this mysterious computer, which I don't think you can actually get to. I mean, it's got this very temple-like secret area here, but even if you go over here, nope, it just stops you right there. If it says something, I don't know what it is. This is another one of the many little confusing areas in the game for me. Red herring computers. Now, the real thing that's down here is what's listed on the map as the reference. This was I think it was the pink question mark or something on in the notes, and it was just this here, which if you shoot it, it changes to different stuff. It says like, okay, hi, and explodes. Like I honestly don't know what it's supposed to be. It's called the reference, so you'd think that it would have something to do with something you could refer to, but it doesn't. And you can't like walk up to it and interact with it like you do with doors or computers or other computers. I mean, make sure you turn off the plasma shield before you try, which I destroyed the computer one time doing that. It's very strange. This was the one that I actually need to refer to the notes to find, because I knew the notes had some sort of mystery about them, and I knew that there was probably something over in this area, but it wasn't until that I actually looked at the diskettes again that I realized that, yes, indeed, there is something here. I guess I was just really afraid of jumping into that acid bath, even though, who cares? Wait, how do I get out of here? You know, I think it's just, like, fall on the floor somewhere here. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah? There we are. Yeah, because I just realized, it's like, wait a second, that closed behind me. That could be an issue. Alright, that's all 4 pillar unlocks. And like I said, the actual pillar usage is right back on that, on the, well, planet side. So... I gotta go do that area again, don't I? God, I hate doing that. What a horrible. I mean, it's like it's a good challenge and everything, but good Lord, it's just it's really difficult. Oh, hey, look at this. How far are these pillars active? Right here. So what are the pillars actually supposed to do, you might ask? Well, asked and answered. Let's go. So, who's this guy? Don't worry about it. You'll be hearing a lot more from him later. Also, an actual good amount of usage out of the X-Dash here. You will take a ton of damage if you don't, oh, come on, I had that. You will take a ton of damage if you don't, dodge that correctly. You know, I figured out the easiest way to fight this guy is that you are supposed to, like, go up against the wall and not do what I'm doing. Yes, like this. They're only vulnerable for a short... Oh, that's bad. Only vulnerable for a short amount of time each time he attacks. Yeah, thankfully when he's jumping like that, it becomes much easier to do stuff. Oh, this is very bad. Yeah, his largest vulnerable period is when he's returning from one of those larger attacks. All right, there we go. The explosion is always a pretty good thing because that means that you're going to get a... Oh, so close. Because that means that you're going to be going into the next phase there. Yeah, this guy ain't the easiest. Oh, yes, and the fact that you have no signal on the map, and I think if I actually quit and go back in here... Also 101% now. Yeah, I'm getting extra credit here. A plus D plus D plus game. Alright. Come on. This guy is kind of rough. I mean, I'd like to say that compared to a lot of the other bosses, it's... Like, you really have, like, he does some pretty... The big screen attacks are actually fairly difficult to dodge, as well as everything else, considering how I've been playing. There we go. Much better. Alright. It's like he's turning on the oven or something. I like this attack. Oh, can I get a few more hits here? I mean, I could have, but I didn't. Yeah, this is one that I might have to start doing a little bit of post-commentary for soon enough. Oh, I don't like how close I am to this guy. Also, yes, something interesting is his name is entirely unpronounceable. In fact, it looks like those same sort of glyphs that appeared on that computer before this area. Are we going to learn a little bit more about that later? Yes. Oh, I could have gotten so many more hits there. Yeah, that's like the 2-cycle strat, if you're wondering. Oh, that's bad. And there we go, actually. Not terrible. Could be much better, though. Alright, yeah. Gotta expend his energy before he... Ah, freaking hell. Gotta expend all his energy before he's becoming vulnerable. Alright, this is the laser one. Not my favorite attack, to be sure. Kind of funny because it's very similar to the robed... Oh! It's got so many more attacks in there. Very similar to the robed guardian attack. Connection? I actually don't know. Probably. Alright, there we go. Also, I still am not entirely sure if there is any connection between, like, this thing and, like, the virus, for example. Dash downwards, you coward. Alright, that wasn't too bad. However, having only 1 hit point left is not going to be doing me any favors when this happens. Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay. We're going into post-commentary time. Oh, we got it here? I do declare we do. Oh, man. It's a good thing I can't get hurt during cutscenes. Take that, you Blue Man Group reject. Whatever. I mean, it won't, but hey, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out regardless. Man, that is a really, really rough guy to fight. All right. And what do we got here? You found a key. Taking a step. All right. Don't worry, it's going to be soon enough. Also, one of the very strange things about beating that particular boss is that these things start appearing around. They're like little... I forgot about that. I forgot that happens, and I was kind of freaked out for a second. Anyway, somewhere in the lower parts of the underwater sector. Okay. Yes, they looked like, I don't know, whales? Like little holographic whales or something? And what should be completely obvious. Hey, look, it's this room where you... Get out of here, you... Yeah, it's this room where you would find the diskette. And you just need to go a little bit farther, and suddenly you happen to find a key. That's actually the first key that I found. Like, the first key. Because there are more of them. That's the first key that I actually found. and I couldn't get to it because I didn't know that you had to beat that boss first. And yes, those very strange, mysterious... Thank you. Yes, the mysterious white creatures, white floating eyeball creatures. Now that I have gotten a key, they start appearing. Why? I'm not entirely sure. I remember when I first saw them, I was kind of like, what? What the hell? Very strange little characters here. Ow. They also explode into these, I don't know, like zeros or something when you beat them. I forgot that that was a destructible floor underneath me there, didn't I? Anywho, yep, now that I have opened the pillars and got the wrath of that dude... Ah, fine, I'll take a hit, that's okay. Yeah, now that I've gotten the wrath of whoever that was... I guess we're going to collect keys now? Don't worry, it'll all make sense very soon. And I think it'll actually make sense the second that I get over here and get to the newly opened area in the underwater sector. Yeah, it's a very unusual sort of thing. There are those red blocks there, which I thought was just supposed to be when I was originally playing the game, I thought that was originally supposed to be a hint that's it's just like, yeah, there's no way that you'll ever get into this area. It's just like a little bit of flavor to show you that not every part of the ship is accessible, because you can't dash underwater. But nope, just due to Deus Ex Machina, just pass right through them now. Into, I'm gonna be honest, a kind of difficult section, because it's another timed one. So looking real forward to that. Go. Ah, crap, I already screwed it up. Ah, no. Damn it. It's harder than it looks, to be honest here. All right, let's switch to the winning run. Got it. Okay, that actually didn't take nearly as long as I thought it was going to. And what's the reward? Somebody being like they've been betrayed. Well, hey, at least I can read this. The entrance to the outpost while I was away. No, I totally understand that. I mean, I'm going to be perfectly honest here. Hindsight being 2020, me being much in the future here, that was probably your best chance or whatever it is. Really easy way to get in, and it's in this sector. Eighth row of the wall isn't as solid as it seems. Now, this actually, I'm not entirely sure what they're referring to here, but I'm sure it's something that I've already found or whatever. And this is where we finally get to... Oh, right, these jellyfish guys. I have no idea what the deal with these jellyfish guys are. After you kill them, they last for like another second or so, like they're phantoms or like they're revenge zombie jellyfish or something. I don't know. But anyway, getting that hint, in the 8th row, looking for an entrance to an outpost, and okay, it's just right up here. It's right here. Yeah, I've been putting off going into that particularly obvious little secret until I actually, knew how to do it. Because otherwise you just go there and it's a big impassable wall. Not literally, and in fact, even without finding that particular little computery hint, I was able to figure out how to get in there. But one of the things I'm trying to do here is, as much as, the cat's out of the bag insofar as... Yeah, here we go. As much as the cat's out of the bag insofar as the extra secrets in this game going, I'm still trying to, keep things a little bit secretive as it's going through the game. Hey, one of the things that I really love doing when it comes to games and, well, pretty much anything is that I love playing along with charades. And stuff like Environmental Station Alpha having this entire, like secret area and like this entire secret like half of the game and everything. It's like I love it. I love it. I think it's the coolest thing. So anyway, here's the boarded up wall to the outpost. Can't get through here, shoot as much as you'd like, and it doesn't do anything. However, the 8th part of the wall, which is right here, except it's not, because I'm pretty sure that there was some sort of like, maybe they were planning to make it the 8th part, it's actually the 4th part. And you need to have a charged up shot to get through there. Now, I mean, if you're playing the game like I was, you were just shooting everything with a charged shot because you had maximum overdrive power up, and found this pretty quickly. I guess maybe it's 8 because there's 2 blocks on either side of it. It's supposed to be like that. But yeah, it's pretty easy to figure out exactly how to get in here without that hint, but this is the intended time that you were supposed to figure out how to get in here. Missed the research outpost. Keep sending emergency signals. Nope. You know, the entire mystery of who was sending the emergency signals decades after the station shut down wasn't really solved. I guess the assumption would be that, you know, it's a part of the... Let's go. I guess the assumption would be that the AI, like, finally gained access to this part of the ship and started to send the emergency signals, but, I mean, that's just speculation on my part. So here we are now, in the research outpost. And unlike, say, the planet side thing, this one actually appears on here, because it's technically part of the station. However, it is a hidden part of the station. It's not the eyeball, but it is something. I mean, it's like whatever the planet side thing was, it's something different. Whereas the research outpost was just a part of the station that was hidden. The older sibling... A sequel hook? No, not really. Also, check that nice, ominous music. However, if, say, something you find in those sites is... something in those sites, you know, you found happens to invade the station... New enemy type here. Their face might look a little familiar. Sideways version of those eyes I saw on some of the mystery computers? Yes. Oh boy. They're something. So, no dashes and no strong bursts of energy from, say, I don't know, let's just say charged up laser beam? Yeah, don't do that. Also, don't dash. If this was challenge mode, that would be rather frightening, but thankfully for the most part, I'm able to kind of tank my way through a lot of these hits. I'm going to keep the dash on just in case, but yeah, here's actually where you want to switch off your overcharge. Thankfully, I guess the hook shot is a small enough charge that... I mean, it's an electric hook shot, but I guess it's small enough as far as electric hook shots go that it doesn't activate those guys. Now, these guys, for example, you can actually charge attack. It's just the really small dudes that actually zap you if you try to dash past them. So that will be something notable later on. Well, that was my bad. Looks neat. Supposed to go something like that. Or, you know, something like that. Research outpost. Yes, it's interesting. These creatures were apparently not brought on board the ship, but just came on board the ship. Well, I mean, it's top notch now that you got the weirdo dark eyeball creatures in here. Orb-shaped artifacts. Now, when I initially saw this, I was thinking maybe they were referencing the weird, like, floating eyeball ghosts that I had met earlier that just kind of start appearing around the station. But I guess they're kind of just referring to these weird, let's just call them, like, eyeball creatures. I don't know. I think that when I was playing the game, it's like I kind of thought their eyes looked like zeros, so I was calling them ciphers. How about that? It just kind of... So, yeah, these cipher creatures, I guess, are kind of like ghosts or something. Oh, that's going backwards. Oh, by the way, fun thing that I found out when playing the game. Just give it a second. Just, oh, hey, look there. The, the little energy things disappeared. Okay. Ugh, annoying. Yeah, the flying type of cipher ghost. Not tremendously powerful, but can be a little irritating if you let him get close enough to you. Can still dash through that. Still have that available. Yes, I mean, it's interesting that it's not every single one of the cipher enemies that attacks you with the lightning. Just the specific ones that actually run away from you if you get close to them. So whatever these orb artifacts are is what's calling these guys here? Interesting. And I guess since, you know, kind of having a problem with the cipher ghosts appearing here, that, yeah. There's a couple in this area. However, before I do that... Oh, wait a second. Let me at least charge up my beam first. There we go. Yeah, if you can get the drop on those guys, they're not too bad. Oh, yeah, and I guess that's just a secret down there. No, this is what I was thinking about. Yes, thank God. No, it makes a lot of sense considering we know what... considering the threat that the... It's weird. I don't know if the cipher creatures and the computer virus are the same thing, because the cargo ship... Like, are these two different apocalypses happening to the ship at one point in time? I'm still not entirely sure. But yes, now you can warp away from here, which is quite helpful. If you don't, say, want to deal with the bonus super area that you're presented with here. Alright, so obviously on the map there are a couple different areas that I can go to. One above the save point there, one directly to my left. The one on the bottom there. I hate these guys. They do so much damage too. Yes, of course. Unfortunately, not really able to do much of anything right now. I forgot the exact order that you had to do all of this, but I guess it's going up here first. All right. So, don't want to dash because there's a duder right up there. I mean, I guess technically I could probably just do this if I so wanted, but that's also a pretty cheesy way of dealing with that guy. So let's just kind of be a little bit careful. Be a little bit careful. Okay, maybe not. Maybe a little bit more careful than that. All right, come on. The research outpost. It's definitely interesting that there are... Come on now. All right. There we go. That's what I meant to do, and then not hit... There we go. And then not hit the guy there, or the electric current as well. And then we do that, and then we do that. There we go. Now, I think a better question is, this is a research outpost. Why are there just random gouts of flame happening all around here? I can also just do this if I wanted to, but no. I want to do this at least mostly legitimately. Not cheat by destroying the obstacles that I'm supposed to be going around. Okay. Attracted you down here? Yes. Just having a fun time there, floating around with his eyeball buddies. I can appreciate that. However, that does not mean that I will not kill him. Oh, come on. All right. Yeah, I did kind of cheap out there at the end, but at the same time, I think that was kind of the intended way to go about doing it. I don't know. Hi. Yes, thankfully you can use the cowardly tendencies of the cipher monsters against them, so... And now let's just cheat. As you do. As one does. And that should be enough. Of course, I didn't have my finger on the right button here, so I guess we're doing this. You know, it's definitely an interesting way to go about doing a final section, like a super section here. They gave you some fairly overpowered power-ups in the past here. And now it's like, you can't use them though. Alright, same sort of... It's not what I meant to do. Oh, come on. Okay, good. I can get hit one more time here, but that does not mean that I want to. There we go. Whoo, Nelly. Thank you. It's like they don't have very state-of-the-art sorts of security around here. Look at that. That's ridiculous. What you guys said was ridiculous. Of course, now I need to make my way back out. But, you know, without the cipher monsters down here, should be mostly okay. And with most of them taken out. Oh. Well, let's just be very, very quick. 3, but that's okay. Just go. Oh, boy. That was rough. But hey, there's at least one part of it done. I mean, that just leaves, well, each one of the areas that was previously locked off now is available to me. So, I don't know, kinda pick your poison, as it were. Cool. And I can just dash through these. Or I can just face tank my way through as well. Whatever. Certain supernatural beings. Light years apart have such similarities. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that it's like there's so much more going on with this station than... It really should just be Archaeology Station Alpha. There we go. Okay. So, that's what the derelict ship was carrying. And that's... I don't know, it's No, you don't! Yeah, there you go. Anywho. Alright, so. I guess that's one of the artifacts. That's one of the orbs. 21-3. So yeah, when I was looking at this, at first I was thinking it's like, well, maybe I'm supposed to type 21-3 into here. I mean, it's clearly some sort of time, whatever. Maybe I'm supposed to be hitting up area 2, 1, and 3. It's like, no, it's so much more simple than that. Right here. Why? Because as you can see in the upper left corner, those are coordinates. You're actually supposed to go to the area 21-3, which is, as I just showed, right up here in the temple. 3 down, 21 across. I mean, you can see right now I'm at 22, so it's almost like directly above me. Let's go do it. I mean, they give you quite a while to... Why did it just dump me directly into one of those things? It gives you quite a while to be able to go do that, so it's not too bad at all. Also... Wow, get out of here, man. Also, thankfully, that timer continues to go even through like hitting up a save point if you need that, which I probably should have gotten one. Anyway, yes, and right here, 2509. X dash, this becomes much easier. Well, except for that part. And if you were looking closely, what a strange thing. Yep, intended for preservation purposes. And it certainly looks like that when you go down there. Still basically a rocky wasteland. Except in the past couple decades, apparently it didn't become that. Which is interesting. And yep. Probably closed out the path, and they sure did. And aside from that very strange ghost that I guess turned into the artifact that I was getting, I honestly don't know. There's also this statue here, which looks like the robed guardian. And I do think that if I go outside of the... It kind of looked like I should be able to go up there. But yes, and I do believe if I go outside of the temple, the statue on the very entrance to this also looks really similar to one of those aliens, except in profile. Yes. And I think this was the first time that I actually noticed these creatures just kind of hanging around. They're quite the tanky guys, of course. Yeah, and it looks really similar to that. So I guess the Robed Guardian is what the creatures that originally created the temple were, but what does that mean? I don't know. Why was the artifact a little one-eyed ghost? Looking actually somewhat similar to those ghost creatures that I was just fighting right there? I don't know. Many mysteries left in this. And I'm not even being coy about some of this stuff like I was earlier in the series. And like I said, I do like to play along with this, but these are questions that I actually do not know the answer to. Alright, going right down here. And yes, if you're wondering, these artifacts, for whatever reason, do in fact just kind of just stay on you. If I jumped up into the torch right there, I would get rid of it, but aside from that, I think it's just sticking with me for as long as it's going to. I don't know. Anywho. Yeah, that's kind of what it was supposed to look like if I was going to do that correctly. Shoot. Nope. It's just... God, why did it turn into a ghost and go up into the temple? Like, I mean, it's the same thing, obviously, because otherwise the artifact would still be... It's such a very Such a strange thing. I don't know. Cool. Actually managed to get right through there. Alright, alright. I want to say that at some point in time, it seemed like all of the cipher creatures were going to have the ability to zap you, but I guess they just decide not to because it's tough enough already. So I guess that's a hint that you should have everything if you don't? I honestly don't know. Get up to that guy if you want to dash to him, but I don't. Well, I don't. Maybe this was a bad idea. Yeah, this was definitely a bad idea. Well, hey, at least now you can see that that indeed you do get to keep the artifact kind of circling around you. And like I said before, I put the artifacts in the pedestals as they kind of came about. I did not keep them on me, even though they stay on you. Oh, crap. Okay, I guess those guys don't actually try to barrel into you, so that's good to know. I didn't mean to dash upwards, I meant to shoot. I'm sorry, you weird cipher creature. Now, obviously what you're supposed to do is turn off the propeller and then just jump over each one of those things. But I don't need to do that because I can do this. Yay! Okay. Oh, come on. I hate you so much. All right. Well, that'll take care of that. However, the other thing too is that I gotta get rid of this guy. Okay, good. And then obviously you're supposed to kill him so that you can dash up here. I do think that... Oh, boy. All right. No, not quit. I meant I want to turn on... There's clearly no zappy guys in there, so I can take these dudes out pretty quickly. All right, and okay. Oh, you just can't pick up a second one. Ah, good stuff, good stuff. Just kill me right now, then. You know, I feel like there might be some sort of ending for not killing any one of the cipher creatures or something. Because it seems like it's just too easy to kind of get through this by just killing each one of those, you know, yapping each one of those fools. And it's pretty effective. And technically they are non-hostile. It's merely their nature that they... You know, it's the scorpion and the frog and all that. Alright. Thankfully having the overcharge module doing me a lot of good here. And then let's get in the second orb. And there we go. Is that... Yeah, that's weird because I put the blue one in the... There we go. I put the blue one in the first slot, and then it just changed to being the second slot. I guess there's a specific order that you do them in or something. I don't know. Whatever. All right. Round 2. Let's actually do this one for real this time. Come on. Yeah, this is the reason why I didn't do this on challenge mode. Especially, like, this part would be ridiculous. Don't know if it's... It kind of seems like you're supposed to kill them there. Like, am I crazy? There we go. I mean, the way the game's designed, I feel like I'm missing out on some sort of secret by doing that. Whoa! Hey! Oh well, that'll definitely be... If I find out anything in the future, that will definitely be something to say... remember. the part of the ruins where this all started. Right next to the way to the underwater sector. Well then. I have more than enough material to solve this puzzle. Oh boy, it's... Well, if they're anything like me, it still took them a while regardless of how if they had everything to solve it or not. There we go. Okay, there we go. I mean, you'd think that would have been easier, except, well, not gonna lie, I haven't really been playing the best in Environmental Station Alpha here. Oh, thank God. It's actually very nice of you guys. What the? Eh? Oh, did I ever find this? This is hidden but not fully sealed. Head to the junction and look for a metal wall. It appears normal, but the path is blue. Okay. I don't think I ever found... What the hell? I don't know what's happening now. Oh, cool. Great. Crown? I don't know. Anything else you want to give me here before I leave? I mean, this area here looks like it should be something. Oh boy, I wanted to avoid this in the series, but hey, everybody, it looks like we are doing, like, live figuring out of stuff right now. Crown, and then it's got a very specific sort of area to look at now. God, I don't know. I mean, crown probably says, like, top of the ship. Like, one divot on top. Is it... Oh, I'm just gonna have to figure this one out later. I have the footage recorded, after all, so... Yeah, it's like I have footage recorded, so I can just easily review that a little bit later on. But man, I did not actually even know about that. So I guess that's more stuff to do. Maybe it's something I already figured out. Maybe it's... Yeah, maybe it's something I already figured out, like a hint for like a puzzle that I had already solved or something, but I have no idea what that is. There are so many secrets in this game. It's crazy. All right, but the more important thing is, hey, you remember how they said that when you put these things together, stuff happens? Hi. Restless Spirit. And one of the things that happens is that your overcharge gets turned off for this battle because he will do stuff like this. And normally he doesn't do this much summoning of the same characters, but I guess this is kind of where he's going this time. He does have more moves than this, let me tell you. Okay, there we go. And there's one of them. Alright, so the plan here is that you have to hit him in the... Crap. You have to hit him in the face, because otherwise it doesn't count. He's a very... Dracula type of character like that. And then aside from that, it's like mostly just dash through his various other... Crap. Other attacks. Really gotta stop charging up until he at least does the move first. And that follows you in circles, very irritatingly. This is not an easy boss, I'm gonna be honest here. It took me quite a few tries to do this dude the first time, and... Come on. Okay. So it's like, in all likelihood, this is going to be a little bit of post-commentary again. And then probably the end of the episode. I've done quite a bit as of right now. Yeah, of course. All right. Well, see you for the winning run. Before I get into the final battle, here's one move that he didn't use in the winning run. Teleports around and summons a whole ton of projectiles. Very, very difficult to dodge move, but thankfully he only uses it in... when he's very low on health, like 2/3 down or half health or so. And even then, the fact that I did an entire battle without him actually using it should speak to how rare it is. Anyway, on to the real fight, which was thankfully not too bad at all, because the Restless Spirit decided to just continuously walk back and forth while summoning the Darkness Pillars. That's a move that is very punishable. You can get a lot of damage off on him if you don't, accidentally run into the guy like I've already done a couple times. The other thing that really made this fight a lot better was that I remembered the strategy that I was using when I beat him the first time, which is to say that I would always charge up my shot, and then if he summoned the one type of enemy that would, hurt me if I shot it with a charge shot, I instead killed them with a plasma shield, like this. Yeah, that's right, plasma shield, honestly, kind of MVP in this battle. So it's one of those things that you don't really think about too much, but has a real use here. And one more hit, and that should do it. Goodbye, Restless Spirit. And I guess they took the orbs with them or destroyed them or something, because they are no longer there. Well, definitely glad to get that over. That boss is one of the more difficult in the entire game. I mean, really, mostly because you don't have the overcharge module. Now, yeah, and I guess that entity was probably the Restless Spirit, and he just grabbed the orbs when he beat him. And, of course, that's me speculating. Or maybe that's supposed to be the other boss that I fought in the episode. By the way, I wasn't originally going to do translations for each one of the cipher language here, but I decided to put that in anyway. At risk of it maybe spoiling something in the future. Who knows? They're all riddles and puzzles anyway, so I can't really imagine that there's too much information to glean out of that. And now next time, even more secrets to be had.